about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Welcome to another Meals of the Week video. So this week I've tried to put together some of the healthier meals that we've been eating. I know a lot of you have said that you're looking forward to seeing that. I think January everyone is on a diet or trying to cut back on something, so it's a good time to put out this kind of content. We are definitely back in the swing of eating healthier meals, and it's all about the balance. This isn't every single day of a weekend. We're still going to have things like a roast dinner or lasagna or homemade pizza. We might have the lasagna but have a smaller portion with some salad. But I've tried to put together some things that we find really easy to do. I mentioned in one of the clips that I have a homemade barbecue sauce. I will leave the recipe for that link down below, and you can batch make that and then store it in the freezer. It freezes really well, and you can use it to make things like pulled pork or loaded chicken fries, which I'm going to be showing you in another video. Anything you need barbecue sauce with just to dip your chips in. It's good on hunter's chicken, where you flatten out chicken breast and put your barbecue sauce and your cheese. But let's go and take a look at some of the healthy meals we've had. So for our first healthy meal, I'm going to be making a prawn stir fry served on spinach and red pepper. So I start off by spraying my pan. This is just rapeseed oil in a spray bottle. Once this is heated up, I'm going to add the equivalent of 1 whole chopped onion. I'm actually using the frozen onion that I buy in Iceland. It really saves time and a lot of waste. Next, I'm going to add at least 2 good teaspoons of garlic. Again, I'm using the frozen garlic, but you could use garlic cloves. I'd probably use about 3. And then a large teaspoon of chopped chilli and a large teaspoon of chopped coriander. The frozen herbs and spices that you can get in shops like Iceland, and I think Tesco and Waitrose do them, are really, really good. It just saves your spices going off and you don't waste anything, and they're always there ready chopped for when you need them. So I let all that cook for about 10 minutes, and then I just got my defrosted prawns that are already pre-cooked and just added them to the pan. These are literally going to take 2 or 3 minutes just to heat through. If you do them for any longer, they're going to go tough and be really horrible. Because these were pre-frozen prawns, they actually let out quite a lot of water. But this is all good because we can actually use that liquid to dress the salad with, and it will contain all the flavour of the prawns, the garlic, the coriander and the chilli. So the only other thing I'm going to add is a good squeeze of lime juice and some salt and pepper, and then that's it. Once the prawns are heated through, you just need to dish them up onto your salad. So next we had some oven baked salmon, and the same flavourings we used, so garlic, coriander, chilli and lime juice, and I just laid it on some foil and popped it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Whilst the salmon was cooking, I also did some roasted vegetables, so I did courgette, broccoli and tomato, and I just sprinkled those with some sea salt. We also had a jacket potato with ours, just topped with salt and pepper, no butter or cheese or anything. This was a really flavourful but filling meal. For our next healthy meal, we decided to have burgers, so I used some 5% fat lean steak mince, and I added a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of coriander and some salt and pepper to the mince, and then I just formed it all together and used my little burger press machine. You can get these on Amazon, and it just helps to create even, equally sized burgers. And to keep things a little bit healthier, instead of using buns and normal chips, I decided to make some carrot chips. So you basically just peel your potatoes, cut them into chip shape, and then I sprayed mine with a little bit of spray oil and put them in the air fryer. They took about 25 minutes, and they take about the same amount of time if you did them in the oven. I also decided to omit the buns and use lettuce and tomato instead, but we found that it didn't make any difference not having the bread, and it's just a nice fresh way to enjoy a burger. So the next night we decided to have a salad with a little bit of a difference. We added some cooked broccoli to it once it had cooled down. It made a really nice addition. I used some of the chili and coriander. There's a bit of a theme going on here. And I did use it frozen straight from the freezer because the warmth of the chicken just defrosted it. There was no need to cook it. It was just like fresh chili and coriander, and it added a really nice flavour to the salad. We had lettuce, tomato, onion, spring onion, some red peppers, and then the chicken I just marinated in a little bit of barbecue sauce. I make my own barbecue sauce and I can leave the recipe down below if anyone's interested. Next up I went back to one of my favourites, which is like a corn and cauliflower rice stir fry. The main flavourings in this are a teaspoon each of my favourite spices, which is garlic powder, ginger powder, smoked paprika. I use a tablespoon of soy sauce. I also add some Worcester sauce. They're a bit odd having them together, but it does work, trust me. Some salt and pepper, some mushrooms, and I just mix it all together in one pan. The cauliflower rice and everything all goes in at the same time. It takes about 20 minutes, and then we just decided to serve it on a big lettuce leaf. It gives it that nice salady crunch, and it really feels like a big meal, and it's very, very filling. So we've got another salad tonight, and this time we've added avocado to it, and we've used chicken thighs instead of chicken breast. I've got fresh coriander on the top instead of frozen, and I've just marinated the chicken thighs in a little soy sauce and a little ginger. It just makes a nice change and gives an Asian sort of theme to this salad, and the avocado gives a really nice creaminess, so you don't need to add any mayonnaise or anything. I've just drizzled some balsamic vinegar over the salad before I added the chicken, and that's how we serve it. And last but not least, we had another corn chicken style dish, and it's actually got some chicken pieces in as well. As you know, we're not vegetarian, but we really love corn, but I did have some leftover chicken breasts. So again, it's lettuce and spring onion to serve. This time I used garlic powder, some onion powder, some balsamic vinegar, and a teaspoon of tandoori curry powder. It just adds a little bit of a different flavour and just changes it up a little bit, and it helps to keep things interesting. So that is the end of this week's video, and I would love it if you would go and subscribe if you're not already. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will be back with plenty more meal ideas and shopping hauls very, very soon.
This is what we waited for.